Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon fans. Welcome to another PlaySkape Games video. And today it's absolutely huge news, massive news. Dragon-type Pokemon are coming back to the Pokemon trading card game. Yes, you heard that right. Dragon-type Pokemon. We haven't seen them at all since Cosmic Eclipse, since ADP came out, and they went away for the whole of 2020, and now they're back. So once again, big shout out to the lovely PokeGuardian. Check out their website, pokeguardian.com, if you want to see all the latest news and translations and stuff. So as you can see here, we got Duraldon VMAX and Rayquaza VMAX. We've talked briefly about these in previous sort of news video about Evolving Skies, but yep, they're very, very excited to show you a bit more about these cards. As you can see, they're they're dragon types, and look at this beautiful set teaser thing. You got all the dragons there and the big dragon energy symbols. So fairy types may be dead, but at least we're getting dragon types back for fans of dragon. I've never really been a fan of the color scheme of the borders of dragon types and the logo itself, but there is a lot of cool cards coming in these two sets. So this is Blue Sky Stream and Blue Sky Stream on the right, Skyscraping Perfect on the left. So they're the new Japanese sets. They are coming out on July the 7th, I want to say. Yeah, they're coming out on July the 7th. You can see it there, July the 7th. And yeah, very hyped to show you a bit more about these. So just quickly show you the booster box. Look absolutely gorgeous. I think obviously the Rayquaza one's going to be a lot more popular and a lot more in demand than the Duraldon VMAX, but obviously than the Duraldon set, the Skyscraping Perfect. But obviously we have to see all the cards. There might be some really awesome chase cards, special arts in the Duraldon box. So we'll have to wait and see those. And you've got the booster packs and stuff. And you can see, oh sorry, July the 9th. So set's releasing on July the 9th in Japan. Normal price for the booster box, etc, etc. But here, you want to see the cards. So first of all, we got Rayquaza VMAX. So once again, thank you to Toynlay for these translations. Rayquaza VMAX is a Rapid Strike card, and it's got the ability, once during your turn, you may discard your hand and then draw 3 cards. So it's very similar to the Rayquaza GX, except for that was a trigger on playability, and the only similarity is that you're doing stuff with 3 cards, but you discard your hand and draw 3 cards, which is really nice if you're bricking. So that means if you can't find the card you want to play that turn, you can just use Rayquaza's ability and then draw some cards. And then the attack's quite spicy, so discard any amount of fire or electric energy attached to Rayquaza, and then you're doing 20 plus 80 more damage. So you only need to discard 4 energies, 100, 180, 240, 320 to knock out a bunch of VMAXs, which is quite nice. So you can scale it up quite nicely there. With Galarian Zigzagoon Choice Band, you can knock out like Urshifu and other stuff. So yeah, and also all of these dragon Pokemon, as you can see here, they've got no weakness. So normally Rayquaza would be weak to a fairy, or maybe I don't know what else Rayquaza would be weak to. Maybe ice types, I'm not sure, but they have no weaknesses. So they're not overly overpowered, but they don't have any weakness. So they're kind of like a nice middle ground. So there's some tier 1, 2 potential in some of these. But so there's the Rayquaza V. This one's quite nice as well, being able to do 40 damage for 1 energy. So that's really good against the Bunnelby and Pokemon, doing 40 damage to set up some 2-shot later on potentially. So that's quite nice, and you can do up to 180 damage just for 2 energies with the first Rayquaza. So before we talk about Duraldon, I'll just quickly say, Stephen, how do I get so many energies on this Rayquaza? Well, my little friend, you may be surprised, but there is actually a new Flaaffy coming. So this Flaaffy does the same as the Electrike, whatever it was, the stage 1 eel Pokemon from early XY, or whenever it was. It's got the Dynamotor ability, so you can attach an energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon electric energy. So this is also the same as Malamar for those that are newer to the hobby. And yeah, it's going to be very powerful. This is going to be needed in a whole bunch of decks, and I for one am super hyped to be playing Pikachu VMAX with this. So I'm very hyped to be playing Pikachu VMAX and trying it out with that. So that'll be a fun little deck as well, and it will help a lot of other electric decks going forward. Thankfully, we won't get these until late August in our English Evolving Skies. So yeah, but very hyped. So I thought I'd just show you that Flaaffy before we talk a bit too much about other cards, so you can then use Flaaffy to power up Rayquaza, which is quite nice. It's a nice throwback to the old Ray Eels deck for anyone that was playing in the XY era. So we've got Duraldon VMAX. So this is obviously the mascot of the Skyscraping Perfect set. So as you can see here, it's got a really nice ability that it stops any Pokemon that have special energy. So Rapid Strike, Urshifu wants to use Rapid Strike energy. there won't be, obviously Mewtwo GX will be rotating, but there'll be there's a bunch of other Pokemon that, or decks at the moment, that want to be putting special energies in, so you can just, you know, stick this Rayquaza, you can stick this Duraldon VMAX up, and, you know, it's pretty decent, I'm not going to lie. And then you've got the first attack, the only attack, so it's not affected by, the damage isn't affected by any effect on your opponent's active Pokemon, so this is great, guys. This is actually really good, because this goes through Glaceon VMAX, which has the same effect as the Zamazenta V, so it stops all VMAXs from damaging it. So that goes through that, and it'll also stop, hopefully, Decidueye. Yeah, it'll stop Decidueye as well. So it's a really nice card for kind of like shredding through things, and you can actually use the Houndoom from Battle Styles on this, because you only need to attach. Oh wait, no, it's metal fighting. So you might not be able to use Houndoom, but you might be able to use potentially like Metal Sorcerer on your Zacian V, and then use the Bronzong to move the energies to Duraldon. I'm not sure exactly how this is going to work, but it looks cool, and I'm sure some people will definitely try it out. And there's going to be more cards coming, obviously, that support these guys. And the Duraldon V, it's not overly amazing. Just, yeah, it's kind of like a setup one. But I really like that artwork, though. That's a really nice one for Duraldon. And then Dragonite is back. I actually did a poll on this YouTube channel. If you go to my community tab, I actually asked you guys, which flying type Pokemon do you want to see having a card in Evolving Skies? And here we go. Here's Dragonite V. So, and this is actually quite spicy. So, Water, Lightning. You can potentially... I was going to say you could put this in a Frostmoth deck. Now you can't, because Frostmoth can only attach to water Pokemon. So I'm not sure how you're going to be powering this card up just yet. But 250 damage on a V is really nice. And yeah, it just looks beautiful. And I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing we get a special art of this Dragonite. So we're going to get a special art Dragonite card. I hope it's a nice little throwback to maybe like the Mailbag Dragonite, the old promo card. That would be absolutely awesome. Noivern V is actually quite nice. I quite like Noivern V. It's got a retreat cost of 0, so you can potentially put it in a Psychic deck and, you know, do 20 damage spread to everything to help set up maths, and you can use it as a free retreater to pivot out of stuff. It's not weak to anything, so it's not going to die overly easy. And yeah, if you're playing Aurora energies later on, you can even potentially, you know, you put the Psychic energy on it, you know, to do the spread, and later on you can even do potentially 180 damage for 2 energies, which is quite nice. Don't know how you're going to get the Dark energy, but I guess you can use like Aurora energies or, you know, stuff like that. Zinnia's Revolution's not amazing. Depends on the kind of deck you're building, I guess. This might work quite well with the Rayquaza, so you can discard like electric energies and then use Flaaffy to, you know, get the energies back on it, and then you draw a card for each opponent plays. So this is nice if you expect a lot of Eternatus VMAX, because you can draw 9 cards if you're playing against Eternatus VMAX. It might be getting expanded as well, I don't know. But yeah, there's Zinnia. Raihan is quite nice. So I'm not sure if it's better than Rosa, but it's very similar to Rosa. So you can only play Raihan if the Pokemon gets knocked out, and you can get a basic energy from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. So it's an extra attachment for the turn, which is quite nice. And then you can also search for a deck. So if you search for any cards, so you can actually use that to search for a Quick Ball and then play, and then you can play, you know, Crobat V to draw more cards, or, you know, Cricketung to draw more cards if you haven't got any cards in your hands. So Raihan's quite nice. It might be a nice... Oh, you can also get any one card. So you can also use that to get the rare candy in Decidueye. So you can get like your Decidueye, you can get energy plus maybe like the rare candy. I'm not sure if it's better than Rosa for stage 2 decks, but I'm sure some people might, you know, play around with that. So this is the most busted stadium, guys. So when you are, you know, getting your Evolving Skies packs, make sure you keep hold of these when you pull them out of your Evolving Skies packs. It's Brooklet Hill. It's a reprint of Brooklet Hill, but it gets basic Lightning Pokemon, basic Dragon Pokemon. So if you're playing a Flaaffy or a Rayquaza deck, obviously you're going to need like 3 or 4 copies of this to get your you know, your Mareeps and your Rayquaza Vs out of the deck. So very strong card. We'll see a lot of play in pretty much all Lightning and maybe a lot of the Dragon type decks as well. Especially because, you know, we've got Path to the Peak, which turns off the abilities of Pokemon with rule boxes coming out in Chilling Reign. So we're going to need decent like counter stadiums anyway, because we're going to be losing Chaotic Swell. Crystal Cave isn't great. Heal 30 damage from each of the Metal Pokemon and Dragon Pokemon. Maybe in kind of like a tanking deck with maybe Corviknight or something, because again you need something potentially to stop rule. Oh no, you can probably use Path to the Peak and Corviknight, I guess. Yeah, it depends on the game, but Stadium's okay, it's not great. So we got some other really cool Dragon type Pokemon to show you. So Dialga, I really like this Dialga, guys. So it's a single strike Pokemon, so you can use Houndoom with it, and then you can do 100, 120, 140 with single strike, you know, with the Houndoom, and 140 damage, and then it can't attack during the next turn. So the opponent's Pokemon V, it can't attack during the next turn, so they have to kind of like switch out of that or switch to another Pokemon, which is quite nice. You're never going to use that second attack. Second attack's bad, but yeah, the Chrono Wind's quite nice. Ampharos, so if you're playing a Flaaffy deck, then obviously it might be like a no-brainer. Maybe just to stick like one Ampharos in your Flaaffy deck, because then, you know, for 4 energy, you can do 220 damage, which can finish off like a bunch of V Pokemon if you're trying to two-shot something. Or if you come up against a Decidueye, or potentially like a what's the thing, like Zamazenta V, then you can use those to, you know, you can do a nice bit of damage against those, or maybe the Glaceon, because you can hit through that because it's a, you know, it's a non V or VMAX Pokemon. So that's all Decidueye, yeah. But knock out Decidueye is quite nice, and you can, you know, you don't have a Paralyze, but to do 220 is quite nice. So you can just, you know, evolve the Flaaffy and go down that route if you need to. So yeah, beautiful Flaaffy. Hopefully we get a shiny set later in the year, and then we get shiny version of, you know, Mareep, Flaaffy, and Ampharos. That would be absolutely amazing. Can you imagine that? That would be just a beautiful, yeah, beautiful Flaaffy. This kind of reminds me of like Pokemon Snap the Meganium, like a, you know, big kind of like Illumina kind of Flaaffy. And Barber's one of my favourite artists, so I'm happy to see like they're doing the Flaaffy there. It's really cute. Yeah, so Alteria's alright. So you can search, once during your turn, you search your deck for a supporter card, you reveal it, and then you shuffle the rest of the deck, and you put the target card onto the deck. So this is good with the Rayquaza, because obviously you discard in your hand, you can draw a supporter. So if you're going to attack that turn, you can just get the boss's orders to do the attack. If you're bricking, you can just discard your hand and put the, you know, put Professor's Research on top of the deck. I'm not sure, like, you know, how often you'll want to discard your hand to draw the supporter card, but, you know, it's an interest, because if you've got 2 Rayquaza VMAX, I guess you can then play the supporter and then draw 3 more cards again afterwards. So yeah, Altaria might see play. This could also be really good in a control deck, guys. You know, this will actually see play in control, I think, because you can use the Altaria to put a whatever, like a Team Yelgrunt or something on top of your deck, and then use Chinchino to draw into it. So, you know, this could actually see play in control. Could be a nice control card. And then beautiful Swablu. Drampa, so once again, it's a Kamoya, one of my favourite artists. You can see there that lovely art style. You got Berserk, so 160 damage. Not sure if you can build a deck around it. It would be nice if it was a single Rapid Strike Pokemon, but yeah, there's Drampa. So I really like the Flapple and the Appleton. So I should say the Appleton. It's only 40 HP, so it's not overly great, but these are really nice. I love the artwork on this. Look how, like, look at this. Look at that background and that, like, you know, that's, it's going to make it bigger. Yeah, you can't really make it bigger, but look at the background on that. It just looks absolutely gorgeous. I love the background on that card. So, right, the cards. Yeah, Flapple. So this is actually quite nice. So, 50 damage for all the Pokemon that have an ability. So potentially you can do up to 300 damage for one colourless energy if they all got abilities. They're not all going to have abilities, but there's a lot of Pokemon coming with abilities. And you can do a really nice, if you don't want to be putting in Galarian Zapdos because you don't want to play fighting energies, you know, you could do a really, like, a decent amount of damage against Eternatus VMAX. You've got to think like Crobats, Galarian Zigzagoons, Rayquaza, the Eternatus VMAX, Umbreon VMAX. They all have a bit, and Crobat V obviously, they all have abilities. And, you know, 160 could sometimes, if you're playing a grass or a, you know, I don't think you're going to use the second attack. But then Appleton is also very similar. 70 damage for each special energy attached to all the opponent's Pokemon. So if they're playing, like, you know, some kind of crazy deck where they're manually attaching special energies each turn, or something like, we get something like Porygon Z in the future, like, that could do a decent amount of damage as well. So what I quite like is you got that Zoroark. We're gonna get a Zoroark in Evolving Skies, that you can swap the Zoroark, on your bench or in play. You swap the Zoroark in play with one stage 1 Pokemon in your discard pile, so you can just discard the Flapple or the Appleton early and then swap the Zoroark into it, and then it's going to be like, you can just be like slap with, you know, one colourless energy. So it's quite a splashable card. I quite like these. And Turtonator is alright. So this is a promo. This won't be in the set, but it's got the old Shell Trap attack. It does 8, you know, does 8 damage if you attack into it. Not great. Hydreigon's quite nice. So this is quite interesting, guys. So if you're playing in the future, like if we ever play the Hydreigon from Darkness Ablaze, the one that allows you to spam energy on the board, like Hydro Pump for energy. Sorry, Hydro Pump, like wash out, you know, Hydro, Rain Dance, Radar Dance for water energy. You can play one copy of this Hydreigon, and then you can evolve your your Zweilous or a Dino, whatever. Zweilous. You can evolve your Zweilous into this Hydreigon, and then if you're playing like Aurora Energies, you can do like so if they take 2 prize cards on their last turn, you can do 220 damage for 2 energies. It's quite nice. Not great, but it's a nice option. There's the Zweilous, there's the Dino. It's got a call for family attack, which is, you probably want to use this Dino in a, if you're running a dark deck, because the old one didn't really do much, so this will be the better one if you're going to be using the Hydreigon from Darkness Ablaze in the future, which is quite nice. And yeah, so that's the main cards revealed. I'm most hyped for Flaaffy. It's going to be sort of the way forward for a lot of electric decks in the future. I'm going to try a Pikachu VMAX and other decks going forward. It might replace Bolton, so probably if you've got like high rarity Boltons now, you might want to maybe shift them sooner. But yeah, Flaaffy's quite well. I guess if you've got a lot of energy on the bench, you could actually make like a Flaaffy Bolton deck, like quad Bolton Flaaffy, and just spam a bunch of energies out. So maybe Bolton probably still be good. But yeah, I'm really hyped for that. And this stadium's going to be absolutely filthy. I hope we get a gold version of this, getting the Pokemon out. Dragonite's cute. I hope we're going to look at a special art version of Dragonite. It's not overly powerful, but it'll be good for collectors. And yeah, Duraldon and Rayquaza, they're both really nice cards. So these will be coming in Japan on July the 9th. And yeah, there is actually going to be some promo cards in Japan as well. I'm going to be talking a lot more about the promo cards, about the Pokemon Center Japan lottery, how you can enter the Pokemon Center Japan lottery, and all of that other stuff on my Patreon over the next few weeks. So if you want to join the Patreon, find out how to buy Pokemon cards directly from Japan and also from the Pokemon Center USA, you can, check that out on our Patreon. And yeah, so most of these cards are going to be in our Japanese sets, in our English set on August the 27th. Evolving Skies pre-release will be on August the 14th. So yeah, keep an eye out for your local gaming stores. Because of a lot of restrictions easing in some countries, we're actually going to be having real life not official ones, but we can have a room with build and battle boxes and call it a pre-release on August the 14th for Evolving Skies. So yeah, very exciting to do that for Evolving Skies with some of these new cards. Especially it's got all the evolutions from Eevee Heroes. I'm so excited for those. We're also going to have obviously the Blue Sky stream and the Skyscraping Perfect booster boxes on our website. We're not going to be doing pre-orders straight away, but keep an eye out for them on our website. Keep an eye out on our social medias and stuff. So there's also some other big news today. It was not really today, it was more recently. There was these big news. So the Pokemon Center store got updated. If you so wish, you can also spend $450 on a giant Slowpoke plush, which is 47 inches, absolutely massive. I wish I did like a scale photo. I think there's some scale photos on the Japan website, but yeah, massive Slowpoke plush. But what I'm most interested in is these Elite Trainer boxes. So at first glance, these Elite Trainer boxes look exactly the same as a normal Elite Trainer box, but look at this. Look. Okay, I don't know if you can I zoom in on this? I can't zoom in, but yeah, it says Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box. So these ETBs are exclusive only to the Pokemon Center in North America, Canada, and the United States at the moment. So they are slightly different from regular set ETBs. So this is for Chilling Reign, obviously. These actually come with special damage counters, so the metal ones, and also a special coin. I don't know, it says metallic, so I don't know whether it's just going to be metallic look or if it's actually going to be made out of metal, but you get these special counters only in this box. And also, instead of there being 8 booster packs and a normal ETB, you're also going to be getting 10 booster packs in total. So both the Shadow Rider version and the Ice Rider Calyrex version are on the Pokemon Center website, and surprisingly they are still in stock for pre-order for Chilling Reign, so go and check those out if you want to pre-order those. They're really cool, and I wonder if going forward we're going to be getting exclusive Pokemon Center ETBs for all of the English sets. Probably they might do that for Evolving Skies, with the Rayquaza, and probably it's going to be Rayquaza and Duraldon ETBs for Evolving Skies as well, to mirror the Japanese sets, like the the Japanese Chilling Reign sets. But once again, the guide on our Patreon also explains how to buy cards and stuff from the US Pokemon Center if you're not in the United States or Canada. So check out our guide if you get a chance. And yes, that's most of the news. I'm very excited for these cards. Dragon types are back. It's going to be interesting to see how these fit into decks. Collectors are also going to love Rayquaza. Rayquaza is always a top 10 popular Pokemon anime, so collectors are going to love that Rayquaza's back. I'm so excited to see the special art versions of Rayquaza, hopefully of Dragonite, and obviously Duraldon, V will also have a special art. So yeah, that's the Japanese sets. And yes, please also remember, if you haven't already, click the link in the description, join our Discord server. We've got an awesome PlaySkape Games Discord server where we chat about awesome things. We see, got an awesome community. We've even got a competitive TCG area where we can, you can chat to me, ask questions about competitive side, Pokemon World, like plushes, also there. So there's the giant Slowpoke. You can't really see it there, but there's the giant Slowpoke. And yeah, all of that is on the PlaySkape Games Discord server. We're going to be doing another giveaway when we get to 250 members. So please check that out if you get a chance. And yes, thank you very much for watching this video. Please leave a comment below. What do you think of the Japanese skyscraping and blue sky stream sets? Are you excited for Duraldon VMAX? Are you excited to play Pikachu VMAX with Flaaffy just like me? I'd love to know what you're up to. Please leave a comment below, like the video, and thank you for watching. I will see you very soon, Pokemon fans. Gotta catch 'em all. A huge thank you to our lovely patrons. They get exclusive videos, market updates, Q&As with me, and much more besides. Click the link below to join the PlaySkape Games Patreon, and I will see you very soon, Pokemon fans. Gotta catch them all.